did mention something earlier when you were talking about private bonds.
Sure.
Right. I was wondering if you could just unpack that, and also how, in turn, would a property practitioner be able to utilize that,
Sure.
Avenue?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So private bonds are very similar to installment sale agreements. The only difference between the two is in an installment sale agreement, the ownership of the property vests with the seller and continues to vest with the seller until a certain amount of installments are paid, and the property can be transferred to this purchaser, right?
Yes.
Now, think of the private bond as slightly different. So transfer takes place immediately. The seller registers a mortgage bond over the property for payment of the installments. So you're still dealing with a property, you're still dealing with the deferred payment of the installments. So that remains the same. That's similar. Where the ownership vests is where the difference lies. Now, why would a seller do this? I suppose the reason why I didn't give it that much attention is because it happens far less than installment sale agreements, right? So the seller wouldn't often want to give up ownership. Why would a purchaser do it? Because they get ownership.
Yes.
Exactly. And with going back to developments, we've had developments, for example, where it was the prospect of taking ownership was necessary because you have to develop out this property, but you didn't want to pay the purchase price all at once.
Yes.
So in those instances, this is where the private bond worked really well, where the seller kept a bond over the property to make sure it got its purchase price. The developer took transfer, owned the property, and then went to market with it and started building on it. And no developer would want to build on a property usually unless it's got some kind of right, and this would give it that right.
Okay, so in terms of a property practitioner, would that then kind of fall under a standard transaction because transfer had happened? So then their commission. It's a lot of commotion. This,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, their commission would in turn be the standard one by virtue of transfer having had happened.
So remember, because we're still dealing with installments, it depends what money's available. So the same rule as the installment sale agreement, where maybe you'd want to pay a slightly larger deposit ahead of time so that the agent can earn immediately, or over 3 months or 4 months, or as the installments get paid. Also depends how important it is to close the deal. That's the reality. If the agent's going to lose the deal, I would rather secure a commission payable over 12 months than get nothing.
Yes.
So there's different ways of skinning this cat.